Hi, it's me, Mrs. Waldron. I'm going to show you 3D shapes and how to draw them. These are super useful anytime you're trying to draw something realistic or even abstract. So let's sharpen your skills and practice drawing the cone, the cylinder, and the sphere. The cone might be the easiest one. We're going to first start with a dot in the middle and then draw an upside down V. Then we're going to make a curved line connecting these two lines. You have yourself a cone there, and it's a solid cone. You guys might know from geometry, they do little dots like this behind it to make it look three-dimensional. But in art, we want this to be solid. All we need to do is leave it like that. And it can be a birthday hat or an upside down ice cream cone. To draw a right side up ice cream cone, you draw the letter V, and then we're going to make another smile line. This is going to make the bottom look like it's empty or open, and then we're going to make a frown line to look like you could put something in our ice cream cone right here. To overlap, you just erase this back line a little bit, draw your fluffy, tasty ice cream here, right on there, and there you go. Now you have yourself an ice cream cone. Lovely, right? Okay. And you can do a lot with this cone. You can make it into much longer by making the V longer. This could be a pointy roof for a turret, for a tower, or an arrow, a rounded arrow or spear, like a jousting kind of device or thing for sword fighting on horses. Jousting, yeah. So there's the cone. We'll do one more. I'll show you a traffic cone. This kind of relates to our next thing. So to do a traffic cone, you draw a little oval on the top because the cone has been cut off at the top. Traffic cones aren't pointy. And then you do that idea of the upside down V again, the curved bottom, and then you just put a little corner square on the ends here. And now it looks like a traffic cone, or one of those cones that you play, that they use in soccer or whatever. There you go. So there's your cone shape. Now we're going to do a cylinder. To do the cylinder, it starts out similar, but we're going to start out with a oval here. We're going to draw two lines straight down. Cylinders are cans and they're cups, and then we just do a curved line similar to the bottom of the cone to make it look like the bottom is round. You probably do this in math class, but in art class we're just going to leave it solid because usually these shapes are solid. They're usually Pringles cans or can of soup or even a round building. I'm going to make mine into a soup can. We can make them long and tall. So we start out with an oval again, but maybe make it sort of slightly smaller. And then draw a straight line down. Make it longer as long as you want it to be tall, and then curve the bottom again. Now this looks kind of like a empty paper towel roll. There we go. We can even make them much smaller for a straw. Here's a straw. This is also the same shape as pencils. Macaroni is just a cylinder that's been curved like that. These are all cylinders. You can also make them like tuna cans, where you make an oval but then short little sidelines. These look like cat food or tuna cans, right? My students always like when I draw a little fish bone on the end here. Make it look like tuna a little bit more, and then draw the label there. Pretty fun. And then our last shape here is the sphere. And to draw the sphere, there's a couple different ways, but you start out with a circle. Feel free to trace your circle if you like. So you just start out with a circle, draw light so you can erase until you get it the right shape you want it. And the simple way to put a dot on each pole, or one on each side right across from each other, and then draw a crescent shape on each side, and then another crescent shape right there. And that gives it a three-dimensional look. Next, there's another way to do it, and this looks more like a globe. Draw another circle, draw the poles, but also draw right here across from each other on this side. So we start the same way with our crescent shaped lines, but then we also do it from top to bottom too, and side to side. There we go. And that makes it look more round or spherical. And then the last way, and you can do this actually with all of the 3D shapes, the last way is to do a sphere is to shade. So you start out with wherever the light might be shining, you're going to put the shadow on the opposite end. So pretend the light's all shining here. This is where we're going to keep it blank in the whitest white of the paper. And then this part right here, we're going to press hard with our pencil. Then we're going to ease up lighter and lighter to make a shade and a shadow. Once students learn how to do this, sometimes they don't want to stop because they love the idea of smearing this pencil and making it look like realistic shadows. It just adds another point of realism to your drawings when you can do this. So then I'm going in little tiny circles with my pencil, very, very lightly now. And then we're going to smear it with our finger. And this is the part that kids like. This also works nicely with charcoal pencils if you have those at home, or chalk is a really fun one to do this. You can't really blend this way with a marker though. Markers don't work like that. And then you just smear the graphite together a little bit, and it looks like the light is shining right there, and it looks like the shadow is being cast over here, and it really starts to look real. And then we're going to add our little cast shadow. That's the shadow of the ball right here. Cast shadows are usually lighter on the edges too, and darker on the inside here. And then you just smear. So practice these 3D shapes at home, and then you'll have lots of skills for drawing still lifes and for drawing abstract or drawing anything really. You'll have a lot more skills. All right, so let's see what you come up with, and please share all your drawings. Look around your house and find things that are cylinder shapes and cone shaped and spherical. Maybe even try a jelly bean shape. I hope you had a good time, and part 2 will be coming up later this week for drawing the 3D shapes. Send me your practices. Thanks, bye.